I honestly thought that Josh Allen in this Bills offense could get away with just playing the way they do, right? We talked about it on this channel. I've heard other people talk about it before. I even talked about it. They are a offense that is led by Josh Allen, Superman. The offensive line followed up by James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, and Dawson Knox. These wide receivers are a non-factor. They're just not. They are a non-factor, dude. They are a bottom tier wide receiver core. They just don't show up. Now, like every now and then you'll get a Bills wide receiver that'll pop off, but they're not good. And the more I've been thinking about it, I've changed my mind. Like, I don't know if they can get it done against some of these better defenses in the league. And I mean, they're playing Philadelphia this week, which I think is a really good matchup because Philadelphia has a really damn good defense with Vic Fangio, and they got really good guys in the back end, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, right? Reed Blankenship, who some wouldn't consider like the best safety, but Reed Blankenship is a part of that core defensive backfield with the Eagles. And then their front seven, I'm going to have to check on Nakobe. I haven't looked at Nakobe's status. Freaking need to get up on my shit. I'm an Eagles fan. But I need to look at Nakobe's status for this game because Nakobe Dean, even Jahad Campbell coming in for Nakobe Dean, not as good in the run game, but still playing the linebacker position pretty well. Then you got Zach Bond, their front seven stacked. I don't even need to talk about their front seven, but this Philadelphia Eagles defense is a really good test for the Buffalo Bills. It really is, especially going into the playoffs, because I watched this Buffalo Bills offense against Houston, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all. Josh Allen looked rattled. He was running around. They couldn't block for him. The wide receivers couldn't get open. Houston Texans defensive backs made them look foolish. Like, they made them look foolish. Those wide receivers didn't even want to catch a ball across the field, outside, middle. It didn't matter. You could just tell. We just know that the Bills wide receivers aren't that good. Yo, you're not subscribed? Come on, man. Why are you not subscribed? Be sure to drop a like on this video as well while you're at it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. Drop any topic of discussion, any question in there. We can make a video on it. Even if you have a player, we can do some film review on them as well. All right, now let's get back to the video. But I do think that this game against Philadelphia is a good test. Because if you look in the AFC, you got Houston. Really good defense. Some would consider the best. I consider them the best. Denver is also an elite defense. You got the Los Angeles Chargers. They're playing great. They're playing great defense. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's like 4 teams that we just mentioned. So like Houston, Denver, Chargers, and then Jacksonville. They're probably going to see one of those teams, would be my guess, if they were to advance. I don't know what their first matchup would be, but those defenses, you go up against those defenses and your wide receivers can't get open, that's a problem. And I'm concerned, dude. Like, I honestly thought, I really did. I was like, they can get by with their offense doing it the way they do. I don't think so against these top defenses. Like, with the way the league is this year, and just with us not having a number 1 team in the NFL, because I don't think there is a number 1. As much as you want to say, you could say, oh, you could be like the Denver Broncos in the AFC, or you could be like Los Angeles Rams. I don't think there is any clear-cut team in the NFL. And even with me saying that, like, it's just so unpredictable. But when I say that, these teams that have elite defenses, I'm on their side. Like, I think those teams are going to get the furthest this postseason. Call me crazy. Offense clearly matters. You can't have an offense that's just going to go out there, have 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, can't score 1 to 2 touchdowns, right? That's a problem. I see it with my Birds, right? Who kind of been better recently, but the opponents, I'm not going to get into that. But you got to have a competent offense. We know that. The Bills do have a competent offense. But I've watched them against tough defenses, and I really worry about their wide receivers. And I'm hoping that Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, or one of these other guys can just do enough for Josh Allen. Because there's been too many times I've watched Bills games where I see Josh Allen running around, trying to get something. He throws a dot to a wide receiver. They drop it, whether that be a sideline catch, toe tap, contested catch, something. They're just not doing enough. And if they're not doing enough and they're not winning these matchups in these crucial playoff games, I'm concerned for the Bills. Like, I don't think they can get to the Super Bowl. I don't. And this is the team I want to see be in the Super Bowl, but These wide receivers are alarming to me. They are just, they have me holding back on Buffalo. One thing I will say with Buffalo is that they do have that playoff experience. They've been in the postseason a lot with Josh Allen, right? Sean McDermott, Joe Brady. They've been in the postseason. When you do have that playoff experience, that does give you edge over other teams that don't have that playoff experience. It's a real thing. Like, people will tell you that it's not. And at the end of the day, these players do need to go out and play their game, right? Coaches need to try and outcoach the other team. But the playoff experience matters. It really does. So we'll see if they can overcome it, man. But right now, with just how Buffalo's wide receivers are and me looking at some of these defenses in the AFC that are going to be in the playoffs, I don't know if Josh Allen, who is Superman, who we call Superman, can overcome that. I just don't.